Dialogue 3rd grade worksheet lesson 27. Write a fraction and decimal for the shaded parts. So for number 1, we have 4 shaded parts out of 8 parts total. That means our fraction is 4 over 8 because the number of shaded parts goes on top while the total parts goes on bottom. Now, since both 4 and 8 are divisible by 4, we can divide them by 4, and that equals 1/2. You can also see this in the diagram because the amount of shaded parts is exactly in the middle of the total parts. Now to put this into decimal form, we have to think of what number is in between, or what numbers is 1/2 in between. So 1/2 is in between 0 and 1. But if we want to find the decimal, this would be 0.5. So 1/2 and 0.5 are the same thing. For number 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shaded parts out of 10 total parts. So our fraction is 6 over 10. Now to simplify this, we can divide both sides by 2. So that's going to be 3 over 5, or 3/5. Now to turn this into decimal form, remember that 1/10 is equal to 0.1. So 6/10 is going to be 0.6. It's that simple. Let's look at number 3. We have 2 shaded parts divided by 5 total parts. So 2/5. Now we can't simplify this. So to turn this into decimal format, we have to turn it into tenths. So to do that, we have to multiply both sides by 2 because 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. And as we said earlier, 5 times 2 is 10. So we get 4/10. Now, this in decimal form is 0.4. So our fraction form would be 2/5, while our decimal form would be 0.4. Write each decimal as a fraction and every fraction as a decimal. So we're just switching between the two. For number 1, we have 3/10. As we said earlier, 1/10 is equal to 0.1. So 3/10 would be equal to 0.3. For number 2, we have 8/10. This is the same thing. This would be 0.8. And for number 3, we have 4 divided by 10, which is 0.4. Let's move on to the decimals. So here we have 0.9, and if every 0.1 is equal to 1/10, that means this is equal to 9 over 10. Same thing for number 5. We have 0.7, so that means the fraction form is going to be 7 divided by 10. For 6, we have 0.2. Now if we divide 2 by 10, we get 2/10, but this can be simplified because both 2 and 10 are divisible by 2. So if we divide both sides by 2, equals 1/5. And that's our answer. Write the mixing numbers. So it looks like we're just separating the tenths, hundredths, and ones place. So for number 1, we have 3.14 equals 3 plus blank plus 0.04, or 4 hundredths. Now we're just missing the tenths place, which is 0.1. And that's all we need to do. For number 2, we have 6.75 equals 6 plus 0.7 plus blank. So we're missing the hundredths place, which is 0.05. And for number 3, we have 4.28 equals blank plus 0.2 plus 0.08. So we're missing the ones place, and it looks like it's 4. For number 4, we have blank equals 2 plus 0.3 plus 0.01. So we're just finding the whole number now. So 2 plus 0.3 is 2.3. And then 2.3 plus 0.01 is 2.31. So you can think of each number as having an extra 0, and then you can just add the hundredths. So this equals 2.31. For number 5, we have 9.02 equals 9 plus blank plus 0.02. But it looks like our 10th place is 0. So we're just going to put 0.0 to show that the 10th place is 0. For number 6, we have blank equals 4 plus 0.9 plus 0.09. We can use the same method as before. 4.0 plus 0.9 is 4.9, and 4.90 plus 0.09 is equal to 4.99. So we just add the tenths and hundredths one at a time, if that makes it easier. For the road problems, now we have the word problems. Number 1, Mia is making lemonade. She pours 0.35 liters of lemon juice into a pitcher. Then she adds 0.48 liters more. How many liters of lemon juice does she have in total? So it looks like we're adding 0.35 and 0.48. Now this works the same way as regular addition. You just have to make sure that the tenths and hundredths are lined. So we add these. 5 plus 8 is 13. You carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. And then you put the decimal point down. And you get the 0 point. So our answer is 0.83 liters. Number 2. Jason is baking cookies. He adds 0.25 cups of sugar and then 0.42 cups of flour. How much total sugar and flour has he added? So we're looking at the total amount that he added. 0.25 plus 0.42. 5 plus 2 is 7, and 2 plus 4 is 6. Put down the decimal point, and our answer is 0.67 cups. Alex runs 0.67 miles in the morning and 0.29 miles in the afternoon. How many miles does he run in total? Again, we're just adding. So 0.67 plus 0.29. 7 plus 9 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, and 7 plus 2 is 9. Put down the decimal point, and our answer is 0.96 miles. Number 4, our last problem. A fish tank needs to be filled with 1.00 liter of water. Sarah adds 0.58 liters in the morning and 0.39 liters in the afternoon. Did she fill the tank completely? If not, how much more water does she need? Okay, let's find out how many liters of water Sarah added first. So 0.58 plus 0.39. 8 plus 9 is 17, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. Put down the decimal place. So we know that Sarah added 0.97 liters of water in total. But 0.97 is less than 1.00. So to find out how much more water she needs, we need to subtract this amount from 1.00. So we can do that here. Minus 0.97. Now the extra zeros here are helpful because they allow us to take a 1 from the tens place without getting confused. So to subtract 7 from 0, we have to take a 1 from the tens place. And so the tens place becomes a 9, and the ones place becomes a 0. 10 minus 7 is 3, and 9 minus 9 is 0. Put down the decimal place. 0 minus 0 is 0. So we know that Sarah needs 0.03 liters of water, more liters of water.